What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the Great Duke Fathers in the house today. Hope you're all doing well on this beautiful Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, Saturday night, whatever it is for you. Hope it's going good. I'm enjoying the sunshine today. It's been nothing but snow. Good job, buddy. It's nothing but snow and ice and nastiness the past several days. But now the sun is out. Everything's getting thawed out. And the Great Duke Fathers is finally able to go live again and say what's up to the people. So, I want to address this Super Bowl this year because everywhere I go, people have been asking me in live streams. They've been talking about me in live streams when I'm not there. Everyone is wondering the answer to the age-old question. Duke Fathers, who are you going to be rooting for in the Super Bowl this year?
The Cards.
So let me answer that question right now. Let me put all of these questions to rest because I know that people are going to be asking this all the way up until the game starts. This game,
Daddy,
what?
let me put these.
No, not those cards, no. This game is the worst Super Bowl in history. The worst Super Bowl in history. If you were to ask me before this season started, Duke Fathers, what would the absolute worst Super Bowl matchup be? It would be Kansas City and Philadelphia. That would be the worst Super Bowl matchup ever. And here we are. Here we are, February 12th, 2022. We are about to witness the worst Super Bowl that the world has ever seen. And I'm not ready for it. I'm not ready for it. Yes, I am going to watch because it's the Super Bowl, and you put these in the box. And I can't sit here and call myself a man if I'm not going to watch it. I have to watch the game. But I will be under the influence, so to speak, as I watch this game because this game's not going to be worth watching. And here's my approach to this Super Bowl game. You guys know that I hate the Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan, right? It's in my blood. I've done hate weeks with Philadelphia this year. You know how I feel about the Eagles. If you've seen my hate weeks against the Eagles fans this year, you know I hate them. I passionately hate the Philadelphia Eagles. I cannot stand them. I think that they are a poverty franchise. Their whole team is terrible. And I think they're overrated. They have the most obnoxious fan base in the world, and there's no question about it. They're obnoxious. They're pathetic. They're overrated. They're nowhere near as good as they think they are. And their fans are awful. Eagles fans are the scum of the earth. There's no doubt about it. They're the scum of the earth. Can't stand them. I saw what they did to Michael Irvin. And that was the first step when it comes to the Eagles. That was the first step. I cannot stand them. On the flip side, we have Kansas City. And with Kansas City, it burns deep. It's personal. It's not even about football. It is a personal, deep hatred for that entire organization. And it's always been that way. My entire life, I have hated the Chiefs. You guys know, I have been the biggest Chiefs hater on YouTube. And that's just the way it is. I have ran off every Chiefs fan I have ever come in contact with on here. They don't even want to deal with me because I run them off. I hate them that much, and they can't stand it. I'm not a Chiefs fan at all. I hate them passionately. So, who am I going to be rooting for? Well, I'll put it to you this way. I am not going to be rooting for anyone. You're not going to hear me doing this go, go, go and rah, rah, rah bullshit. No, I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm not cheering anybody on. I'm not clapping for anybody. I'm not saying go this team or go that team, and I'm not going to put on any different colors. I'm not rooting for anyone in this game. I'm not. But Kansas City, you damn sure better believe I'm rooting against you. I'm rooting for you to lose. Every mistake that you make, I will be cheering. I will be cheering because you screwed up. If the referees do to you what they did to Cincinnati last week, I will cheer for the referees. Put those in the box. I will cheer for the referees. When you drop a pass, I'll clap. When you don't convert on a third down, I'll clap. Every failure that you make, I will cheer against you. I will cheer for the failure. That's what I'm cheering for in this game on February 12th. I am cheering for failure. I am cheering for disappointment. I am cheering for heartbreak. I am cheering so that every Kansas City fan, and I use that term very loosely, but every mahomosexual, I cheer for them to have their hearts broken. I'm cheering for them to suffer. I'm cheering for them to lose, and I'm cheering for them all to cry and to have heartache. I am cheering for Kansas City to break on February 12th. That's what I'm cheering for. I'm not cheering for the Eagles at all. It just so happens they're the team that gets to play them. But I'm not cheering for the Eagles. Matter of fact, when the Eagles screw up, I'll probably cheer. Just because I think it's hilarious when they screw up. But when Kansas City goes to this Super Bowl and loses, I will cheer for their failure. That's what I'm cheering for. So people can keep asking the question, but that's the answer. What up, chat? I see you guys. Brando asks me, will the Super Bowl be rigged? Brando, the answer to that question very easily is yes. Yes, it will. This Super Bowl is going to be rigged. I believe it is. I believe that the path to the Super Bowl was rigged. I believe that the Cincinnati-Kansas City game was clear, concrete evidence that the Super Bowl is rigged this year. And I also believe that if you go to Tyson's channel, Master at Work on YouTube, and go check out his last few videos, he believes the same thing I do. He sees what I see. I see a rigged Super Bowl. I see the league putting two teams in there that they wanted in there. Ask Cincinnati, right? I said this in my last live stream. The last time Kansas City won the Super Bowl, their playoff run was Tennessee and Houston. Those were the teams they played in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. This year, they played Jacksonville to get there. And then Mahomes fractured his ankle or had a high ankle sprain, whatever it was. And then they play Cincinnati, and the league knows that Cincinnati's better than Kansas City. They're Kansas City's daddy. So when they played Cincinnati, they knew, okay, we need to screw this game up by giving them do-overs on third down, and that's exactly what they did. It's pretty obvious what's going on here. So the Super Bowl is rigged, and it's rigged for Philadelphia to win. And if Philadelphia doesn't win, I'll come back on here, and I'm not going to eat crow because it's not my team, but I will come on here, and I will apologize for making that statement. But everything that I see is showing me that the NFL is rigging Philadelphia to beat Kansas City in the Super Bowl. That's what they want. From what I'm seeing, that's exactly what they want. So we'll see. But I do believe it's a rigged Super Bowl. I am rooting against Kansas City. I'm rooting for failure. I'm rooting for pain. I'm rooting for disappointment. I'm rooting for heartbreak. Those are the things I'm rooting for. Matter of fact, I am rooting for this game to be so terrible and so unwatchable that it will get some of the lowest Super Bowl ratings in NFL history. That's what I'm cheering for. Look around the NFL fan base. Look at NFL fans all over the country. Nobody wants to see this game. Nobody wants to see the Chiefs and the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Nobody cares about either one of them. We all hate the Eagles. We all hate Kansas City. Let me just say that I was hating Kansas City way before any of you guys were. I was hating Kansas City before it was cool. I was hating them back in the Alex Smith days. I was hating them back in the Trent Green days, the Rich Gannon days, the Tamrick Vanover days. I was hating them since day one. And now the whole country is finally starting to understand what the great Duke Fathers has been saying all along. And now we have a Super Bowl that 30 NFL fan bases do not care about. And that's just the truth. RU8, thank you. He says, Duke, you were exempted from watching the Super Bowl this year. This game is going to be hard for you to watch. I appreciate that. I sure do. However, I'm a man. I got thick skin. I can take this. This is the worst Super Bowl I have ever seen. I can't sit here and say, oh, I've seen worse. No, I haven't. I've never seen worse than this. But I'm going to watch it because I want to see those still shots when the camera zooms into Chiefs fans and they're crying because their team didn't get it done. That's what I'm going to watch for. I'm going to watch for those Chiefs fans with their hands behind their heads going, uh-oh. That's what I'm going to be watching for. I never thought the NFL was rigged until this playoffs. I can't believe I had to root for the Chiefs because they're playing the Eagles. I know Chiefs fan personally. Yeah, it's personal for me. It's a family issue. B-Mac, yep, you're with me, B-Mac. You're with me. But I hate them both. And I wish them both failure. I hope the score is 2-0 when the game is over because they both failed so miserably. That's what I'm hoping for. I want to see the worst Super Bowl in NFL history. I want to see a disaster. That's what I'm rooting for. I am rooting for a disaster of a Super Bowl. And I'm rooting for the Chiefs to lose. That's just how it is. That's where I'm at. Sorry. I know that some Cowboys fans aren't going to like that. That's how I am. That's who I am. You know this. This is not some revelation. You're not just finding out today, oh, wow, Duke really hates the Chiefs that much? No, you've known this. You've known this for nearly 17 years that I hate Kansas City this much. So you should have expected this from me. I'm rooting against Kansas City. That's the answer. Don't like it? There's the door. Sorry. Not sorry. People are already crowning him the GOAT. They're calling them a dynasty when they've only won one ring since he's came around. They're not a dynasty. They don't know what a dynasty is. Brando, let's just say that the beverages will be close at hand for the Super Bowl. No doubt about it. Can't cheer for anybody. You can't say, go, 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 go. Can't do any of that. All I can do is cheer for failure and cheer for Kansas City to lose. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. You thought I was playing when I said I hated Kansas City. You thought I was messing around. You thought I was lying to you when I said I hated Kansas City that much. Well, let me show you once again how much I hate them. I will cheer against them in the Super Bowl against Philadelphia. If that doesn't tell you how much I hate them, I don't know what does. I don't know what does. Every other team in the league will probably look at me and say, you're stupid for not rooting against Philadelphia. I never said I was rooting for Philadelphia. I'm just rooting against Kansas City. And let it be known this day that the great Duke Fathers rooted against Kansas City when they played Philadelphia in the Super Bowl. Just another example of me hating them. In case that was ever in question. Emperor Abom says a dynasty is 3 or 4 Super Bowl wins. Yes, wins. Missed the S key and hit the D key. It's okay. Yeah, that's what a dynasty is. A dynasty is not going to the AFC Championship, 6 straight times and getting 1 trophy because of it. That's not a dynasty. A dynasty is not, oh, we won all these games in the regular season, but in the Super Bowl, we couldn't beat Tampa Bay. That's funny. My team beat Tampa Bay in the playoffs. Ouch. My team beat Tom Brady and Tampa Bay in the playoffs. Matter of fact, we didn't just beat them. We beat the absolute snot out of them. But you couldn't do it in the Super Bowl, could you? I will cheer for the football. But see, Abom, here's the difference. This is the difference between our hatreds.
Daddy.
What? Okay, your hatred for the Raiders is
Daddy,
so... What?
Daddy.
What?
We saw for the cat for the TV.
Okay, good. Your hatred for the Raiders has created long-lasting friendships, long-lasting relationships with you and Raider Ben, you and certain Raiders fans. You're on his channel all the time, and I love it. That's great. My hatred for Kansas City has created long-lasting enemies. Enemies.
Of course.
Of course. Thank you, Mini Duke. He knows. Enemies. Hated, passionate enemies. My blood curls when I think about it. That's what my hatred for Kansas City has brought me. It doesn't bring friendships. It brings enemies.
Of course it is.
Of course it does. When I even think of certain people, my mind just starts to be consumed by this fire, and my ears have smoke coming out of them because I get so irritated about it. I don't have any friends when it comes to the Chiefs fan base. You hear that, Pretty Ice T? I have no friends when it comes to Kansas City. I am your worst enemy. Disturbed wrote a song about me called Enemy. Look it up. You hate me and I hate you. There are no exceptions. I hope you fail. I hope your stupid Fox mascot bangs his head on the goalpost so hard he gives him CTE and he becomes the next Antonio Brown. He sure as hell looks like him. I hope your quarterback can't even walk on his left foot. I hope he has to hobble around like Butch Cassidy trying to throw a football because he can't get it done. I hope when the game is over that Mama Kelsey puts Travis up for adoption because he was the worst of the two kids. I hope that she looks at Jason Kelsey and says, I'm proud of you, son. You won a Super Bowl. But Travis, he was on the wrong team. I'm putting him up for adoption at age 32 or however old he is. I hope she disowns him. I hope he is no longer a part of the Kelsey family because he put those colors on. That's my hatred for Kansas City. I hope that by the time this game is over, your team is ready to implode. I hope you have teams that are so furious or players that are so furious that they lost that they're going to demand trades, that they're going to go seek free agency options. They're going to talk to their agents and say, how can I play for a real team? One of these days, your entire fan base is going to see the light, and you're going to find out exactly what I've been saying about your perfect golden boy quarterback all these years. You're going to find out that I'm right. Because there will come a day, with that contract that he signed, there will come a day where your entire fan base will be ready to kick Patrick Mahomes to the curb. And you won't be able to do it. Because you were stupid and signed that long-term contract. But one day, you're going to wish he wasn't in town anymore. And you're going to find out that he was not the guy. You got one ring. That's great. Trent Dilfer got a ring. Why does that make him any more special than Trent Dilfer? You're trying to tell me that Patrick Mahomes is elite, that he's one of the greatest quarterbacks ever when he's won one ring? On February 12th, that is the first step. You're about to find out what I already know. Mahomes is not the guy. I don't care what the media tells you. I don't care what the fans tell you. I don't care what YouTube content creators tell you. Patrick Mahomes is not the guy, and he will not be winning a ring on February 12th because he will be the next Jim Kelly. He can get there, but he only won one of them. Let's talk about that. When this Super Bowl happens on February 12th, they're going to sing the national anthem. I don't know who's going to do it. I haven't looked. But they're going to sing the national anthem before this Super Bowl. And every obnoxious Kansas City fan doing that stupid Atlanta Braves tomahawk chant that they didn't even invent, they stole from somebody else. When they sing that national anthem, those obnoxious, non-patriotic, USA-hating fans are not going to sing Land of the Free and Home of the Brave because they're more loyal to their football team than they are to their country. They will sing Land of the Free, Home of the Chiefs. And if you turn your volume up, you will hear all 5 of them singing that at the end of the national anthem. My dad was a Vietnam veteran, an overseas veteran in the Vietnam War. His dad was an overseas Vietnam veteran who fought for our country. We have a long history in our family of veterans, of military service, military personnel. My grandfather won the Silver Star. My family sings Land of the Free, Home of the Brave. We don't give two fucks about your football team. They're disrespectful, they're non-patriotic, they're classless, and they're stupid. Every last one of them. And the Super Bowl will never be the home of the Chiefs. You've got 2 rings. You have 1 ring in 50 years. You're not a dynasty. You're a poverty franchise. You're a poverty organization. Give it a couple of years and you're going to go back to the Chiefs of the 90s. Remember those? We laughed at you. We're going to laugh at you again. You're going to lose. And I will laugh at you when you lose. I will come onto YouTube after you lose for Monday Night Mayhem. And we're going to party. We're going to celebrate. And we're not going to be wearing green t-shirts and green jerseys. No, we're going to be stomping on red shirts. Stomping on red jerseys. I'm going to light you up. I'm not going to let any Eagles fans on my panel to celebrate their Super Bowl. But anybody that wants to hate on Kansas City is more than welcome to join. Because we're just going to spend a whole show hating on Kansas City after you lose. I can't wait. So that is why it's the worst Super Bowl ever. I hate that Philadelphia has to win. I really do. Because their fans are obnoxious as hell too. And they're never going to shut up. And I have to deal with them. But I'm prepared for that. It is worthy for the cause. It is something I have to do. It is a bullet that I have to take. So I'll take it. I will put up with that. If it means that Kansas City gets to witness failure and disappointment for one more day, then I will take that. I will put up with it. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Eagles fans, be as obnoxious as you want. As long as I get to see Kansas City lose, it's worth it for me. It really is. Ooh. You know what? We have a common enemy. I'll allow it. I will allow it. Brando says, can we drop a nuclear bomb on the Super Bowl? I don't know, but I do kind of hope, because that the Chinese spy balloon, did you notice that the Chinese spy balloon flew over Kansas City? Did you guys see that? The Chinese spy balloon flew directly over Kansas City, Lee's Summit, Missouri, that area, flew right on top of it. I hope they were taking notes when they flew over Kansas City. I do. I hope they were taking notes. I hope that China has 1 ounce of as much hatred for Kansas City as I do. That's all I'm going to say. I hope that Chinese spy balloon took notes on Kansas City. I really do. I hope they have a plan for the demolition of that stupid stadium they have up there. That's all I'm going to say about that. Don't you find it ironic that the people on TikTok complain about the Chinese balloon? I do. I definitely do. Yeah. You know, that's a different video for a different day, Desert Eagle, but I will say this. TikTok in America rewards people for doing those dances and all that stuff that they do. I saw a dude, which was really cool, actually. It was a guy in a Sasquatch outfit playing saxophone while he was in space. And American TikTok awards that. They award the simps. They award the e-girls and all that crap. But China TikTok, they reward ingenuity. They reward engineers and science and creation that produces good. That's what they reward. But we reward guys in Sasquatch outfits playing saxophone. Like, it's stupid. China knows what they're doing, man. But that's a different video for a different day. So with that being said, Chiefs, I hope this answers your question. I hate you. I hope you lose. I can't wait to see you disappointed. I am going to be your Stephen A. Smith when you lose. You better believe it. you're not going to want to be anywhere near me. Pretty Eyes T better not show up on the 13th. Jackson Mahomes is the most cringe. And I haven't even seen that. And I'm glad. I honestly can say I have not seen that. And I'm glad I haven't. I won't even go there. He just gives me another reason to hate them. Like, he just adds fuel to the fire, right? I'm good. Guys, I hope that answers the question. Duke, who are you rooting for? I'm not rooting for anybody, but I'm sure as hell rooting against Kansas City. Kansas City, I can't wait to witness your failure of epic proportions on national television. I am ready. Let's do this thing. It's the Great Duke Bothers. You guys have a good one. After the Super Bowl, I will be doing a presidential TTC State of the Union address. It is going to be must see. Absolutely must watch the State of the Union address after the Super Bowl. It won't be on Monday Night Mayhem because I'll be too busy celebrating the Chiefs' loss. But after the Super Bowl, State of the Union address, don't miss it. It's going to be absolutely must see. You guys be good. Desert Eagle, you know how I feel about your team. Can't freaking stand you, but good luck, my man. If anybody deserves a Super Bowl victory, it's you. The rest of your fan base, I can't say much about, but Desert Eagle, I can say good luck to you, my friend. Good luck to you. Beat Kansas City for me. That's all I care about. And I think the NFL script says the Eagles are going to win. What if they win? You know what, Brando? I'll say this. When we played Tampa Bay before the game, they asked Jerry Jones, Jerry, what if Tampa Bay wins this game? Will you fire Mike McCarthy? And Jerry Jones just said, no, we're not going there. Brando, that's the same answer I'm going to give you today. No, we're not going there. We're not going there. I'm not concerned about that because they're not going to win. That's just the way it is. The script has been written. The Eagles are going to, unfortunately, win the Super Bowl. But the script has been written. Kansas City is going to lose. The stars are aligning. The Chinese spy balloon is almost gone. Everything is put into place. We're ready to see Kansas City lose. And when they lose, when you all are watching the Super Bowl and the clock strikes 0 and Kansas City has lost, just remember, the Great Duke Bothers told you so. I'll see you guys later. It's the Great Duke Bothers. How about them Cowboys? We'll see you soon.